Today I want to talk about installing our new Bluetooth mesh lighting control system. The heart and soul of the system is this Casambe decoder. This decoder receives the Bluetooth signal and then gives those instructions down to our specialty tape light, our tunable white, our RGBW, and our RGB tape light. So let's talk about how to install this. First of all, it takes a 24-volt input. And so let's talk about the drivers that you need to use with this device. This is our new catalog. This is our 2020 catalog. And on page 26, it shows all of the drivers that you have available that we sell. And you want to use one from the electronic 0 to 10 volt dimmable category. This is the category of driver that you must use with this decoder and with all of our decoders for all of our different lighting control systems. For this demonstration, we're going to use our 60 watt 0 to 10 volt driver. And so it comes with a junction box, which is why it's UL listed. Let's look inside. You're going to find 6 wires. The white and black wire are for power. This is a universal driver, so that means it has it can take 120 volts, 240 volts, 277 volts. So here's the black and white wire. That's for main power. And then the blue and red wire are your 24 volts. So the red is plus 24 volts and the blue is minus 24 volts. And then because it's a 0 to 10 volt dimmable driver, it has the purple and gray wires, which is what you would hook the 0 to 10 volt driver dimmer up to. And since we're not going to use these, because you don't want to dim the fixture from these wires, you want to dim from the module, from the app. So if you dimmed this, you wouldn't be dimming the lights, you'd actually be dimming the module, and that's why that doesn't work. So we were going to cap these off so that we don't use them. And then we would hook the black and white up to power, and we would hook the red and blue up to the module. Let's talk about the module for a minute. This module is the Bluetooth decoder. This is a 4-channel decoder. And so depending on the tape light product that you're using, you'll use one or up to all 4 of these channels. So let's talk about that for a second. And all this information is in the installation guide that's a download off of our website. And so this will explain how to install it depending on what those products are. For this demonstration, we're using our Inspire RGB 4.0, which is an RGB product. RGB means it's a 3-channel product, so there's going to be 3 wires plus power. So here's RGB, red, green, blue, plus power. So this takes 3 channels plus power. If this were an RGBW product, then there would be a 4th wire up here, actually a 5th, but it would be a 4-channel system. So RGB and then white plus power is 5 wires. And so it's going to use all 4 of these channels plus the power. So let's go ahead and hook this up. So we're going to place the power wire into the plus sign. And this decoder has handy little screw down terminals. So that's power. And then red goes into channel 1. Green goes into channel 2. Again, this is in the downloadable installation sheet. So that's green into channel 2. And then blue goes into channel 3. And if this were RGBW, there would be another wire, it would be white, and it would go into channel 4. If this were our tunable white product, it would have 3 wires, one of them's power, and then the yellow wire would be the warm color, would go into channel 1, and then the white wire would be the cool color, and that would go into channel 2. You can also use these with just regular white tape light and just use it as a dimmer on the Bluetooth mesh system, in which case you would just use 1 channel. So you would have, of the 2 wires, you would have the red wire go into the plus, which is the power, and then the black wire would just go into channel 1. So this is all hooked up to the tape light. So the other part that you would do is you would need to wire it into the driver. So the red is going to go into the plus side. And then blue is going to go into the minus side. Now it's all hooked up, ready to go. The module is small enough, the decoder is small enough to fit inside the junction box so that it would work for an installation, a commercial installation where they don't want any exposed wiring. So all this would fit inside here, and then the wires would go through the conduit, and this would go on top. In the next video, we're going to talk about the app and how to program the Bluetooth mesh system. Thanks for watching.